The T squad is cursy. You know what time it is. We dropping the tea, sipping that tea. Hey, receipts on the beat, we got the inside steep. Spill it, sip it, serve it, come get it with me. It's dropping the tea, dropping the tea. We drop.
Hey T Squad, it's Kirsty, and today we're brewing a case so hot it's practically boiling over. Sean Diddy Combs has officially gone from music mogul to inmate number 7. Yeah, let that sink in. The man who once ruled the charts, fashion, and media is now sitting behind bars while his empire collapses like a house of cards in a hurricane. We're breaking down exactly what just went down in court, the verdict, the sentence, the appeal, and the lawsuits still coming his way. So grab your cup, because this one? It's steeped in scandal, power, and the crash of a billionaire brand. From untouchable to unrecognizable, this is the inside story of the court decisions that sealed Diddy's fate. The climax of Sean Combs' legal battle came on July 2, 2025, when a federal jury in Manhattan delivered a split verdict that will define the rest of his life. After an 8-week trial, it was like he had taken a final exam with multiple parts. Combs passed the hardest sections when the jury acquitted him of the most severe charges he faced: racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, which could have meant a life sentence. However, he failed 2 other parts of the test. The jury found him guilty on 2 felony counts: transportation for the purposes of prostitution. These convictions are violations of a century-old law known as the Mann Act. Think of it like this: the law makes it a federal crime to use the national highway system or any interstate travel to commit a specific crime. The jury concluded that Combs had arranged travel across state lines for his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, and another woman for illegal sexual activity. While his legal team tried to frame the acquittals as a major victory, the 2 guilty verdicts carried a combined maximum sentence of 20 years, ensuring that Sean Combs would face prison time. He was immediately denied bail and has remained in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn ever since. On October 3, 2025, Sean Combs returned to court for his sentencing. The 2 sides were worlds apart. Prosecutors pushed for more than 11 years, arguing his actions represented a long-standing pattern of abuse. The defense, meanwhile, requested just 14 months, pointing to his charitable works. In a letter to the court, Combs pleaded for leniency. On the other side, Cassie Ventura submitted a letter appealing for a longer sentence, expressing fear of retribution. Ultimately, Judge Arun Subramanian sided closer to the prosecution's view. His reasoning was similar to a landlord deciding not to rent to someone with a destructive history. The judge stated that a substantial sentence was necessary because he wasn't convinced Combs wouldn't commit the same crimes again. He sentenced Sean Combs to 50 months, just over 4 years in federal prison. He was also ordered to pay a $500,000 fine. The sentence, while far less than the maximum, was a decisive statement. Combs, who appeared stunned, held his head in his hands as the judgment was read. Immediately after sentencing, Combs' legal team announced their intention to appeal. Their argument is essentially that the judge acted as a 13th juror. They claim he unfairly based the sentence on the racketeering and sex trafficking charges, the very crimes the jury had already acquitted him of. However, it's impossible to ignore the impact of one key piece of evidence: the now infamous 2016 hotel surveillance video. Released by CNN, the footage shows Combs brutally assaulting Cassie Ventura. Though Combs later apologized, the video was like a silent, undeniable witness in the courtroom. It provided a graphic picture of his character that likely influenced the judge's decision on his sentence, regardless of the specific convictions. The defense has since argued that CNN altered the video, a claim the network denies. This entire federal case might never have happened if not for the bombshell civil lawsuit filed by Cassie Ventura in November 2023. The lawsuit accused Combs of a decade-long cycle of rape, abuse, and sex trafficking, filled with horrific details. In it, Ventura specifically detailed the 2016 hotel assault, alleging Combs paid the hotel $50,000 for the security footage to cover it up. Just one day after she filed the suit, the 2 settled for an undisclosed amount, which Ventura later testified was $20 million. Combs' attorney said the settlement wasn't an admission of guilt, but the speed of it had the opposite of its intended effect. Instead of quietly ending the matter, It was like trying to put out a small fire with gasoline. It only fueled a much larger inferno of public scrutiny. Cassie's lawsuit opened the floodgates. In the months that followed, dozens of accusers came forward with similar stories. It was reported that lawyers were preparing as many as 120 more lawsuits on behalf of both male and female plaintiffs. These civil cases are entirely separate from his criminal trial and are still moving forward. Think of it this way. The criminal trial was a single, massive battle against the government over his freedom. These civil lawsuits are like a series of smaller individual sieges against his financial fortress, with each accuser trying to claim a piece of his remaining fortune. The allegations are staggering, ensuring his legal troubles are far from over. And there you have it, the rise, the fall, and the reckoning of Sean Diddy Combs. Once the king of bad boy entertainment, now just another name in the federal system. From Kirok deals to concrete walls, his downfall reads like a warning label for unchecked power and ego. But don't think this story's over, because the lawsuits are still coming, and when they hit, you know I'll be here with the receipts, the updates, and the tea still piping hot. If you're sipping with me all the way to the end, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next drop. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and keep your tea strong, Tea Squad. Keep sipping that tea.